We're 6 months away now from the acquisition where Ooyala acquired Videoplaza. So we had a press release out. We talked to the market, our customers, our prospects, our partners, and the press about what this all was going to mean. And I think, I just want to take the opportunity to talk a bit about kind of where we are now. So there were a number of things we talked about back then. One was, business as usual. So, our product lines have kind of remained, our roadmap's intact. We've been continuing to win a lot of business and developing new functionality, etc. So that's kind of been very much ongoing. Secondly, we talked about obviously merging the companies into two. This is something that I have to say personally is something pretty scary for someone like me. Used to be the CEO and the founder of the business, so having come out of that, there's just so many things that can go wrong when you take two businesses and put them together. And I have to say it's just been so much better than at least I anticipated. I think we've had some things that have done really well, and just some of the basics that have played in our favor. So, I think culture fit, the fact that we kind of felt like one company straight away. We felt, well, we'd hire these guys, and I think the Ooyala guys were like, we'd totally hire you guys, and just felt like one team straight away. And then the fact that there was almost no overlap of the businesses. So, geographically, in terms of where we were, us being very strong in Europe and in Southeast Asia, Ooyala being very strong in frankly all of the other markets, the Americas and some parts of Asia and the Pacific region where we didn't have much presence. So it's just been working really well, kind of merging and integrating the companies into being one. So those are some of the things that I think have been working out really well. And one of the other things that we talked a lot about was obviously having now Telstra as the parent owner. So Telstra came in, announced this bigger strategy around intelligent video, acquiring Ooyala to be really this hub around this strategy, and then really beefing Ooyala up with resources and other things to really be able to pursue this strategy. And the first thing that happened there was obviously the Videoplaza acquisition. But we've also been, and this is for us at least been a big change. So coming from a VC-backed situation, which forces you to be somewhat more careful with how you spend money and think about always the next quarter and your performance in the very year, etc. The new situation has really allowed us to play the long game. And the number of larger projects we've got going on, whether it's on the R&D side or on the biz dev side, is just mind-blowing, frankly. And I think we're all super excited within both Telstra and Ooyala, really around having some of these projects come to an end, and for us to be able to talk about those. So more often now we're able to do the right thing rather than kind of being forced to take short-term decisions. So this is some of the things, and then I think really what we've continued to validate, I think, is really the combined strategy. We continue now that we've also had a lot more customer feedback, and here at NAB this is also our first joint show, so we've been able to talk to customers both about their video business and the infrastructure they use around their content and their proposition towards their end users, as well as how they make money from advertising around that. So we are even more confident around the strategy that we have, and around the fact that it will be increasingly important as the market matures and as the technology matures to really be able to have a holistic view of your business, to understand not only what people are watching, where and why, but also then to be able to understand, well, where are we actually making money and how are we making money, to then as a next step understand, well, how can we tweak this? How can we tweak things on this side to have an impact on the other side? And how can we holistically develop and grow our business in a way that really has an impact? So that's essentially what the company is aiming towards, and yeah, just very excited about pursuing some of these things and telling you more as we deliver. Personally, for me, this is a big change. I was CEO before this, and I now have a new role within Ooyala. I'm the SVP of AdTech, so we will be really owning that business line and that business unit moving forward. And as part of that, and our move into North America, I'm also relocating to New York. So that's happening actually in 2 weeks from now. So very excited about doing that, and we have pretty ambitious plans. We are adding about 10 people now in the coming 6 months, so very intensive recruitment period, and there's just so many opportunities in this market we haven't been addressing until now. So expect to hear more from us as we move into the market.